Hello friends, I Dr. Niradhar, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University, welcome you all to this video program. Today's topic is framing school subjects. Friends, earlier we have discussed about concept of knowledge and by categorizing a type of knowledge, how a discipline has been formed, and from a discipline, how a school subject has been emerged and how a school subject has been framed. So today our focus is on different aspect on framing school subject. So friends, let us proceed to understand different aspects that we use for framing school subject. So before discussing the content and the learning outcomes, let me to say, as per the design of this online course, Understanding Disciplines and Subjects, this video program is in the week 4. This is included in the 4th week of your online course, and at present we are in module 4, and the title of module, that is Disciplinary Knowledge and School Education. In this module, you will find 3 video programs. Already we have discussed about pedagogical concerns of disciplinary knowledge. Then further, we have also discussed about classifying and accommodating specific areas of knowledge. And this is the 3rd video program of this module, that is framing school subject. So friends, now let us focus upon the learning outcomes. After going through this video program, you will be able to establish relationships between academic disciplines and school subjects. Then you will be able to explain scholastic and pedagogical considerations in framing school subjects, and you will also able to discuss the need of framing school subject. So friends, here you see 3 major aspects, major learning outcomes that have been focused. First is to establish relationship between discipline and school subjects, how school subjects and disciplines are related with each other, how the topics and the concept and the content point, the ideas for a school subject that have been taken, that have been you can say collected from a particular discipline, what are the base for selecting certain content from a discipline to include it in a school subject for school education purpose, for designing curriculum at the school level. Then further, we will also discuss that when we frame school subject, so what are the different considerations. So here we will explain about the scholastic considerations, at the same time the pedagogical considerations, because the nature of school subjects of if I will give the example of the school subject of science, social science, mathematics and languages, you will find that the nature of the knowledge in different school subject is different, and the content point, the ideas, the theme, that is also different. So keeping in consideration of the nature of the school subject and the disciplinary knowledge that it caters, so here the scholastic and pedagogical considerations are given importance while framing the school subject. Then further, because the pedagogy that we use, you might be knowing that for teaching language we use a different pedagogy, different methods, techniques, strategies, maxims, and for teaching mathematics, social science and sciences, you will find the pedagogical considerations, pedagogical methods, then techniques, strategies are also different. So here this is one of the important learning outcomes. And further, what is the need of reframing of school subjects? So many a time you will find that we revise our course content, we revise our curriculum, keeping in consideration of certain you can say social needs, certain changing need of the society. Okay, so changing need, you can say when science and technology gets changes, so keeping in consideration of that changing need, you will find that many a time we revise our program, we revise our curriculum, our syllabus. Okay, so these are the certain important learning outcomes, and I am hopeful that after going through this video program, and after going through this module, you will able to achieve these 3 learning outcomes. So now let us go forward to discuss about academic discipline and school subjects. So friends, you see, academic disciplines and school subjects are not independent. You can't say that school subjects and academic disciplines are independent. It is not independent. You will find that academic discipline and school subjects are dependent upon each other. One works for others. The concept and the content point, major ideas of a school subject that are rightly taken from a discipline, and many a time it happens either ways. Many a time you will find that if there is the emergence of a school subject, if there is a particular type of knowledge base, there is a demand for the learners, there is a scope for study for a particular type of knowledge, you will find that from the emergence of a subject, many a time, keeping in consideration of its huge research base, a discipline may be emerged further. So in both the ways, but basically what happens, first of all, from a knowledge, a discipline got emerged, got constituted, and from the discipline you will find a school subject framed. Okay, so here we can say that it may be a discipline or it may be school subjects. Both are not independent, rather both are dependent upon each other. And further we can say that subjects are not drawn directly or readily from their parent studies. Many a time you will find that yes, in a discipline many topics are there, many themes, sub-themes are there, okay, many content aspects are there, but directly you cannot take that content. Rather we have to consider the need of the learners, at what standard, means that subject will be taught at what standard, okay, what is the ability of the students, what is the need, interest and abilities of the students, so far as their intelligence is concerned, so far as their attitude is concerned, their creativity is concerned. So accordingly what we have to do, we have to construct the curriculum for the school subject, for the school education. So directly you can say that yes, these are the certain themes and sub-themes in a discipline which is practiced in institutional manifestation, which is practiced in the universities. Then directly you cannot select certain topics. Rather you can say, before selecting certain topics, you should understand about the need of the learners. Okay, so that's why, keeping in consideration of these bases, you have to select the content point, certain concept for designing a subject, and that subject may be implemented at the school education format, school education standard. Then further, academic disciplines and school subjects are not written without a base. Okay, you can't say that without a base the discipline has been emerged. Rather, the authentic knowledge and the research constitute their base. Many a time you will find that how a discipline has emerged. You will find that a group of followers, they are continuously working in a discipline. They are continuously doing certain research, doing certain investigation work in a discipline. They are coming forward with many new innovations, many new practices, many new laws, many new theories, many new principles, and keeping on the view of the new innovations, theories, laws, principles, you will find that further that takes a shape of an academic discipline. And further, I have already discussed in my earlier video when I was discussing about the characteristics of a discipline, feature of a discipline, to whom we will call that this is a discipline. You will find that one of the characteristics of an academic discipline, that is, every discipline you will find there are a group of followers who works for that discipline, who do research, they bring changes in the discipline, and also they reframe the discipline. So this is the same way that it may be academic discipline or it may be a school subject. These are not written without a base. These are not developed without a base. Rather, we can say that a group of followers, group of researchers, group of intellectual followers, you can say. Those have rigorously working in that discipline, bringing changes in that discipline by conducting many researches. So here the base is authentic knowledge. So how to get the authentic knowledge? So authentic knowledge can only be possible when we involve in different research work. So that's why the group of followers, they do many investigation work years together. They conduct studies. Okay, they find out new innovations. Okay, new knowledge, new theories, new principles. Then accordingly, that become the base for constitution and framing of a discipline and school subject. Further, we can say discipline is arranged for the expedient advancement of investigations and researches, and subjects are for the facilitation of learning and teaching in particular context and purposes. So here you try to understand that discipline is arranged for advancement of investigation and researches. So discipline is highly related with the research, with the investigation, with the innovations, with the changes in the knowledge structure, with the changes, you can say, the practices. Okay, and time and again you might have observed that across the globe many changes are taking place, changes taking place in science and technology, changes taking place in pedagogy, in teaching learning process, in theories, in techniques, in maxims, in methods. Then changes are taking place even in epistemology, theory of knowledge. Changes taking place in knowledge, new knowledge are coming. So that is highly, you can say, related with discipline. And further, when we talk about the matter of school subject, so that you will find that facilitates learning and teaching in a particular context and purposes. Means the discipline that we have developed, that have emerged and constituted, that has been evolved. Further, when it takes a shape of school subject, you will find that a particular teaching learning process, the process of transacting that subject, that got practiced so far as the methods, techniques, media, technology is concerned. Then further we can say the academic disciplines and the school subjects are continuous, interdependent and linked to the same goal. Try to understand. So here we are focusing upon three things. One is continuous, other is interdependent, and the third is linked to the same goal. How it is continuous? Because you see, every time, every moment our society is changing, and when society is changing, you will find that the group of followers, the scholars, the researchers, teachers, students, they are doing certain innovative work, they are doing certain new innovations. So here you will find that because of the new innovations, because of the new work, they are bringing changes. So continuously, this is a flow of work which conducts continuously, which happens continuously. Okay, this is not like that the work will stop here. So that's why the work continues years together, decades together. Okay, and changes, you will find that changes happens every time, every moment, it depends upon research to research. Then again, there is the interdependence between disciplines and subjects. And further we can say that both subjects and disciplines are linked with the same goal. That is the, you can say, the major goal of education, then aims of education, objectives of education. When we talk about a discipline, when we talk about a subject, then definitely it is related with certain goals, certain major aspect that the learners they are supposed to achieve. Let us go forward. Academic discipline and school subjects are also related with in other way, just like I have already explained that both are related, both the subjects and disciplines are essentially continuous, both work continuously for the betterment of each other. Then further we can say academic disciplines and school subjects are different but interdependent. It seems, it appears that both are different, but you will find that both are interdependent. The knowledge base of discipline and the practices of that knowledge base that happens in a subject. One follows a rigorous research process, and other practices that research process, other practices that knowledge, other practices that concept, okay, by using certain pedagogy, by using certain methods, certain techniques, certain strategies and maxims. And further we can say academic discipline precedes school subjects. That means first academic disciplines comes and then after it follows by a school subject, and from there a school subject forms. And further we can say that school subject precedes academic discipline, okay. That means school subjects comes after the academic discipline. Both are interdependent, but one comes first and follows by other. First discipline, then subject. And further we can say academic disciplines are the primary source of school subject because they provide the knowledge, understanding, skills and dispositions that are to be learned by the school children. Try to understand. Academic discipline are the primary source of school subject because the knowledge that are catered, the knowledge that are addressed in a discipline, that are from many innovations, that are from many investigations, that are from many research findings, okay, because the theories and principles are developed. And mostly you will find that the sources that are used for framing an academic discipline is primary in nature. And further they contribute concept, they contribute ideas for the school subject. So that's why we can say that academic discipline provides the knowledge, understanding, skills and dispositions that are to be learned by the school children. So here you see, when we talk about a school subject, when we talk about pedagogy, when we talk about teaching learning process, mostly we will find that so far as the domain of knowledge is concerned, we are concerned with cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain. Means every discipline is having a type of knowledge base. That means the learners from the teaching learning process, the learners get certain knowledge, okay. They try to differentiate certain concept, they try to analyze the concept, they try to synthesize the concept, they try to explain the concept, they try to illustrate the concept. At the same time, they understand and they acquire certain skill which is based upon the psychomotor domain, okay. They develop certain manual skill so that they are able to do certain things. So friends, these things, that is the cognitive domain, affective domain, at the same time psychomotor domain, is possible in the teaching learning process when we employ, when we follow, when we use certain pedagogy in the teaching learning process, okay. But primary work that starts from framing a discipline, because that is based upon the findings of the research, findings of many primary investigations, primary work. Then further we can say academic discipline constitutes an essential criterion for the school subject. So try to understand, academic discipline constitute an essential criterion. So here when we constitute a school subject, so many criterion we establish. Means what should be the minimum level of learning, so what are the things, what are the skills, what are the knowledge base the learners they're supposed to understand, they're supposed to acquire, they're supposed to achieve, because that is called as graduated skills or competencies. So after the disciplines provides the competencies, and that competencies gets practiced by a subject when it got used in institutional manifestation. So these are the very fruitful you can say interdependence and relationships between academic discipline and school subjects. And friends, further we will discuss about framing school subjects, how school subjects frames. So here we will discuss about the scholastic and pedagogical considerations. Here you see school subjects are the transformation of academic discipline, knowledge through the school curriculum by using suitable pedagogic approaches. I have already discussed that. We have to school subjects are the transformation. This has been transformated from an academic discipline. So here when we talk about school subject and school curriculum, then definitely we are concerned about certain pedagogic approaches, okay. So here we will discuss about 3 levels of curriculum making. First is the institutional curriculum, then second is the programmatic curriculum, and third is the classroom curriculum. So friends, In our next slides, we'll discuss about what is institutional curriculum, what is programmatic curriculum, and what is classroom curriculum, what is the concept of these three. Here you see the three levels of curriculum making. When we talk about, you see, classroom curriculum is the last and the foundation is the institutional curriculum. In institutional curriculum, it is highly associated with our societal practices, our community practices, because whatever things we do in the teaching learning process, in our subject or in any discipline, you will find that whenever we develop a curriculum, plan a curriculum, and we make a curriculum, you will find that the goal of the society, the aspirations of the society, the need of the society, that are very much important. So you will find that the institutional curriculum is based upon the need of the society. You can say the goal of the society also, and this is related with the higher, you can say the goal of our academic life, the goal of the discipline, that what knowledge base it addressed, what research base it addressed. Okay, and it is highly related with the community, with the society, with the intellectual community, with the academics, you can say. And further, when we talk about programmatic curriculum, you see, from institutional curriculum, it got transformed to a programmatic curriculum. And when we talk about programmatic curriculum, it is related with a subject. It is related with a particular curriculum, like curriculum of history, curriculum of social science, curriculum of political science, curriculum of physics at 10th standard, curriculum of chemistry in 11th standard. Okay, so here that means we are talking about here an academic program. Okay, a discipline will be practiced in an academic program. So that's why academic program or the subject, the syllabus and curriculum that we develop, it has also its own aim. Okay, so what are the skills, what are the knowledge base, what are the you can say major concept point that the learners will achieve, what are the competencies the learners will achieve. So that is related with the programmatic curriculum. And further, the third point, that is the classroom curriculum. So friends, when we talk about classroom curriculum, you see in classroom curriculum, the subjects that we have designed, the curriculum that we have designed, how to transact it, how to implement it. So here the implications aspect, the implementation aspect, the transactions aspects are given importance. So that's why in a classroom curriculum, you will find that a pedagogy are used, just like the methods, particular methods, techniques, maxims and strategies to teach certain topic in a subject from teachers to students by using certain media. So that's why this is the basic difference between institutional curriculum, programmatic curriculum and classroom curriculum. Necessary consideration for framing school subject. First of all, enhancement students' understanding of themselves, their society, their nation is one of the important point. So they should understand themselves first, their society and their nation, then accordingly we have to frame school subject. Then to enable students to develop multiple perspectives on contemporary issues. Okay, our contemporary society, the need of the society, what our society really wants. Further, the cultural, you can say, the cultural practices, societal practices, economic practices, then political context. So these context and perspectives, cultural, social, economic and political perspectives and context are also taken into consideration while we frame a school subject. And further, we can say that it also helps students to become independent thinkers. So how to make students independent thinker, that is also another important aspect for framing school subject. Then develop a range of skills for lifelong learning. So how that subject will further help the learners for lifelong learning, including critical thinking, creative problem solving, communication and information communication technology. Then further, to help students to appreciate and respect diversity in the culture and views in a pluralistic society, that is also important aspect. Then further, our society is a pluralistic society. So that's why there should be certain base, certain space in the school subject to understand the society. Then it helps students to develop positive values and attitude towards life. Let us go forward. further the necessary consideration for framing school subject, just like specific pedagogical consideration. I have already said that every subject is having its own pedagogical consideration, having its own methods and techniques to use to transact that subject. And the pedagogical considerations, methods, techniques, maxims and strategies are different in mathematics if you compare it with social science and languages. So that is also taken into consideration while framing school subject. Then further, knowledge input and scholastic consideration is also another aspect. Then concerns of contemporary socio-political and pluralistic culture already we have discussed. Then the national, local, national and global societies. What is the aim of local society? What is the aim of national society? What is the aim of global society also? That should be reflected when we frame the school subject. The concept of national integration, the ideas of international understanding, universal brotherhood, such things should also be reflected. And further, we can also focus upon, you can say, the local interest. You will find that many concepts, many practices which happens at the local area, just like you can take the example of art and craft, you can take the example of literature, many literature which is practiced at the local level geographically, and that has also its own importance. So when we design or frame a school subject, the local important content, local important craft, local important you can say art and literature, that should be given a place. And further, national integration. Okay, first of all, from the educational program, what we will achieve? We will achieve national integration, we will achieve international understanding. So when we talk about national integration, emotional integration, that means here we are talking about, irrespective of the diversities, how we achieve unity among the diversity. So that's why when we frame school subject, these are the certain philosophical concept, these are the certain pertinent concept that it should be addressed in school subject, because when the students will study that school subject, they will also understand about, and they will also acquire certain values, they will also understand their local society, they will also understand, they will work at the national level, and they will also understand the things which is practiced at the national level in different states, so far as art and craft is concerned, so far as diversity in language is concerned, our dialect is concerned, our culture is concerned, our tradition is concerned. At the same time, at the present time, at the global time, we consider that the whole world, the whole universe is just like one village. Okay, so accordingly should be reflected in our school subject. The students who are pursuing curriculum in a school subject, they should understand that the things which is included in the curriculum, the content point that they are studying, that is not only for the local purpose, rather that is for the national purpose, at the same time for understanding the changes in the changes which is happening globally. Okay, so that's why national integration, emotional integration, international understanding, universal brotherhood, these are the certain philosophical aspects, certain aims of education that should be included in framing school subjects in different ways. Okay, it may be in terms of in forms of certain activities, certain content point which can be further debated, which can be further a matter of discussion, a point of discussions in the classroom, maybe a type of brainstorming. Okay, so such type, maybe a type of field visit. Okay, so such type of things we can further organize when we organize the school subject, when we organize curriculum for the school subject. And further we can say changing scenario of social norms, standards, developments in technologies and global demands. So you will find that the changing scenario, so what are the changing need of the society, that is also given importance. And further another important aspect of this program, that is need of reframing school subject. So friends, you might be understanding that no curriculum, no syllabi is permanent. Okay, because every time you will find that new documents, new concepts, it may be in pedagogy, it may be in different you can say approaches, learning approaches, teaching learning approaches that is getting practiced. Earlier we are talking about behavioristic, further we are talking about cognitivist approach, then further we now we are talking about constructivist approach. So friends, here you see now we are framing our curriculum as per the constructivist approach. So you will find the approaches, the behaviorism approach of curriculum is somehow different from the cognitivist approach of the curriculum. So at present our focus is on social constructivism. So that's why we are developing our curriculum keeping in consideration or keeping the child at the center, and we are using the learning experiences of the child, the life experiences of the child, and we are connecting their experiences with the curriculum. So friends, here when we talk about the need of reframing school subjects, it means it should be properly based upon the changing need of the society. That means our socio-political system, culture, economy of the country, and forms of government is also another aspect for reframing the school subject at different time. Then emergence of new areas of knowledge, you will find that new concept, theories and practices are emerging. Science and technology is changing. Okay, so accordingly that's supposed to incorporate in our curriculum. And further scope for further higher education, career job opportunity is also another important aspect. Okay, so that is also given importance. Then further we can say that change in the pedagogical practice and approaches I have already discussed. Then skill development, inculcation of values, community living is also another important aspect. Then emergence of ICT, science and technology. Okay, information communication technology, at the same time science and technology. And further we can say academic disciplines with vast knowledge base may give rise to new areas of study at a different time. Many a time you will find that because of emergence of new knowledge, new disciplines are getting emerged. Then accordingly there is the need of reframing of school subjects. So let me to give one example. Now it is in the process of implementation of National Education Policy 2020. You will find that the academic curriculum that has been developed before the implementation of NEP 2020, now you will find that the academic curriculum, the syllabi that will be developed as per the fundamental principles, as per the concept of the National Education Policy 2020. So we have to reframe, we have to revise our curriculum, we have to revise our syllabi. So these are the certain need, keeping in consideration that we have to reframe, we have to redesign, and we have to revise our curriculum at a time. So friends, these are the certain aspects. For further queries, you can write a mail to me, and you can also visit my Facebook channel, my Facebook account, my YouTube channel and Twitter handle. You will find many video programs and many such concepts relating to this. Thank you.